Welcome back to Beyond the Film Podcast. I am one of your three lovely hosts, Justin.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Ryan.
And today, boys, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the one we just saw, which is Send Help, a week late already.
Just had to see Iron Lung.
I still liked Iron Lung.
I still do not. So, anyways, if you want a recap of why I dislike Iron Lung and why Ryan likes it, you should check out our review of Iron Lung. It might be in the corner. I don't know. Do they still do that on YouTube?
Yeah, I just do best videos, so if you might like Iron Lung, it might just show up for you.
Oh, okay,
how
cool.
It works.
Because I remember YouTubers used to point like, it was right here. Check out the video. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end it'll be somewhere in here that you can click something.
Yeah. Ultimately, our main point is don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel because your engagement with us helps this channel grow.
That is
and
true.
Please comment.
Yes,
I love reading them.
Please.
All right. Okay, so Send Help. I know Iron Lung was a big deal for you, Ryan, but the reason why I'm surprised we didn't go see it right away is because Send Help is directed by Sam Raimi, who, if you are unaware, directed one of Ryan's all-time favorite movies in franchise. Did Raimi do all three?
Yep.
Of the first? Okay, so yeah. So Raimi did the Evil Dead franchise. Famously, short budget.
Isn't he involved in like all of them?
He's involved as a producer, yeah, and all. They all are. Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness are Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, Ted Raimi, Ivan Raimi, all working together to create. Then you move into like the 2013, which I don't remember the director's name.
Alvarez directed that one.
Alvarez, but Bruce, Ted, and Sam are all producers, and were on set. And then the newest one, Evil Dead Rise, was Lee Cronin, with the same Bruce and Sam and Ted all on set. So, I mean, you can say that, yeah, he's been involved with all of them.
Yeah,
Lee Cronin, why does that name sound familiar? Did he do something else?
The Mummy.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that name sounded somewhat familiar. So, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. So that makes me a little less excited for that movie because I am not a fan of Evil Dead Rise. But
Rise was really good. Way better than that 2013 slop.
I can wholeheartedly disagree with you, but we could film a whole podcast about our disagreements over the Evil Dead franchise. But anyways,
we'll make a separate series.
Yeah. What I was getting at was, I guess before we jump into the main review and what we liked and didn't like about this movie, Ryan, did this feel like a Sam Raimi movie to you?
Oh, it gushed Sam Raimi. It felt just like his... I don't even know how to explain it. To a core, it felt like a Sam Raimi movie. Is it something that's going to stand up to the Evil Dead series? No, I think it will follow in the footsteps of From Hell, or Drag Me to Hell. Sorry, not From Hell.
I like Drag Me to Hell. That's a good one.
I'd have to watch it again. I think I was too young for the premise. I don't even remember much about it. But yes, I would say Sam Raimi. The only thing that I'm going to point out right away is there was quite a bit of CGI for it to truly be a Sam Raimi film.
Yeah, there was some noticeable CGI moments in here that were kind of took me out of the realness of the movie. I know there's I don't know how much we want to go into spoilers, but there's the pig. That was very, very obviously CGI.
Yep.
I think some of the effects and gore work towards the end of the film kind of gave off CGI-ness to them.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. But I mean, back to the pig. I mean, there's a moment where one of the characters hunts a pig to try to get food, and there's a scene where we get that Sam Raimi trademark POV shot of the pig kind of running through the forest, and and instantly I'm giddy in my seat. I'm like that's the Sam Raimi Evil Dead director we're seeing here, and there's plenty of other examples of his work in here. I think he's a director who really grasps close-ups really well. There's a lot of great close-ups in here, just like with the Evil Dead franchise, especially when focusing directly on like Bruce Campbell's face, for example.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Raimi in this movie, despite the script maybe not being something that, you know, Raimi would have wrote. It's very clearly not a Sam Raimi script. It's by two other guys, and you can tell that it's something that Raimi is at least able to bring his director trademark to, which I was excited for. I was hoping that his direction wouldn't kind of get lost in the narrative, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so likes, dislikes? What do you think, gentlemen?
Well, I know eventually I want to go into full spoilers, I think, for this one, because there's a theory that I'm working on.
Okay.
I'll start with some likes and dislikes. Dislike, I think, even though a lot of it's hard to do with practical effects. Like the whole plane crash, like obviously that's hard to do with practical effects. I feel like we could have done just a little bit more than the CGI pig and stuff like that. So that's a negative. Pros, it had the heart and soul of Sam Raimi with the comedy horror aspect. Some worked, some didn't. Sam Raimi is really good at like gross out humor and gross out horror. And I feel like a little bit of it went maybe just a little bit too far for my taste. Not too far. That's not the right. I see that, but like, I think I like to think that I've matured past the idea of people vomiting in people's mouth while they give CPR and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe not. What about you, Justin?
We're gonna have controversial takes here because I didn't like this movie at all.
Oh.
Did not like this. I did not enjoy this at all. It felt like it was longer than 2 hours long. Yeah, you don't really see hardly any deaths on this movie at all. I mean, the people on the plane, you just see him sucked out, and the one dude, you don't even see him die. He's just pleading for Linda to let him in, and she just closes the window, and that's it. Like, that's the closest we get to a death. We don't see Dylan O'Brien's character die. We don't see his wife die. We don't see that old man die. Where is the Sam Raimi part of this where we get to see all this gross out horror of them dying? Like, I didn't get any of that from them. I felt
well, I think that problem comes from the fact that Raimi didn't write the script, right? He's directing.
That's what I think the biggest problem is too, because both Damien and Mark are not. I don't like their movie. Like, I will say their movies aren't great. They've wrote Baywatch, Friday the 13th, the reboot, and Freddy vs. Jason, and like there's one key part of those movies is like what people want to see in those movies is what they get, but you're not there to see the characters. All of their characters in all their movies are horrible. Like, I didn't enjoy the leads in this at all. Like, who was I supposed to be rooting for? Like, Rachel McAdams' character is horrible. They tried to make her into this outcast and like really shoved it in your face that she is this smelly, no one likes her, everyone hates her, treats her like an outcast, that worked hard for the company but nobody cares that she does it. They're gonna just overlook her because of her look. Like, is this all, she's all that where we just put glasses on her and she's ugly now and we take them off and woo, she's pretty? Like, and then Dylan O'Brien, like, how many times can you make the same mistake? Like, am I watching Until Dawn? We're just gonna keep making the same mistakes. You go, oh yeah, like, I shouldn't keep doing this to you because you can survive and I can't. Like, I don't know. Like, and then some of the CGI, like, it looked like they weren't on an island. It looked like we were on a soundstage at times, and some of the effects just didn't look good to me. And it, like, the more I was thinking about it, the less I enjoyed this movie. And, like, I hate that because I like Sam Raimi. So maybe that's why I feel so let down because, you know, it's Sam Raimi. I'm expecting it to be a lot better than what I got. And I don't know if that's just because he didn't get to have his hands in the script and write it, or he just kind of took the paycheck and went, sure, cool, I'll just do this for right now until I find something better. No.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, when's the last time Sam Raimi wrote a movie? Because I don't think he wrote Doctor Strange. Did he write Oz the Great and Powerful?
I think he might have just I don't know if he
Writer. Yeah. So the last movie he wrote was Drag Me to Hell. So
which in itself was based off of a graphic novel. So did he really even write it?
Well, I mean, he still wrote the movie adaptation, right? Yeah.
But it's not his own original story.
Yeah, true. I mean, but the point is, it's like it seems like Sam Raimi over the last Drag Me to Hell is probably about 15 years old at this point. Yeah, like over the last decade and a half or so, he's clearly picky about his projects. He's trying to expand beyond the grasp of horror a little bit, and you are getting mixed results to some degree. I would say this is his first foray back into horror in almost 10 years. So I guess I'll start here by saying I guess I'm kind of default in the middle of you two, where I dislike this movie for the where I somewhat dislike this movie for reasons that Justin does not. Okay, that's kind of confusing. Basically, your criticisms, Justin, I'm not saying I 100% disagree with. I just don't think that they were massive problems for me. Like, you said you didn't like the characters. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying that for some reason Rachel McAdams somehow looks hotter after 2 weeks on an island than she does in her regular everyday life. Yeah, maybe she was slightly miscast in this role. I think it might just come down to Raimi really wanting to work with her again after Doctor Strange. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I kind of liked her evil turn here in this movie. I thought she was believable as kind of a bumbling idiot, because she does have to kind of portray a socially awkward person because she is a relatively attractive person. I disagree with you about Dylan O'Brien. I think he's bringing it as a smarmy dickhead character here. That little.
Oh, I didn't say his acting himself was bad. It was more his character just making the same stupid mistake over and over. Yeah, I didn't have no problem with them. I thought both of them acted it well. I don't think the acting was too bad, except for when they went way above for exaggerated reasons. But I just think the horror and the comedy, there were times where it just didn't work. The whole "you brought home the bacon." I get it; it's a good joke, but how long did we have to stretch that joke out to the point where it's now it's not funny anymore, and now we're overdoing it, you two?
But that's Sam Raimi's filmmaking. That's the point, is to make something that is so not funny. It's always been his comedy style. It's always been his way of making movies. It's prevalent throughout the entire Evil Dead series, even to the point, I mean, you look back at Evil Dead 2, where he's breaking the dishes on his head over and over again. That is Sam Raimi. That is how he makes movies.
Yeah, and I think the characters being such wild exaggerations of the type of people they're being, as Ryan said, kind of gives Sam Raimi vibes. Yes, Dylan O'Brien is playing an absolutely moronic character. Every single time, you would think he just would kind of grasp the idea that you don't know what you're doing, you need to give up, and you need to just kind of lean on this person for survival. Now, we clearly know that she is, taking advantage of the situation as well. But, Dylan O'Brien finally kind of getting a good place and then immediately trying to upend her again by, going out on a raft was a moronic decision. But I think he did such a good job of playing such a douchebag trust fund moron that I at least enjoyed what was on screen there. Now, you absolutely have a point in that I think one of the problems with the script is it's kind of morally ambiguous. You don't know who you're kind of supposed to root for, because both people are kind of terrible in their own unique ways, and the ending definitely doesn't help when it comes to sympathizing with the character, right? But I mean, even down to the little things that Dylan O'Brien did, that little snarky laugh,
the Billy Madison laugh. That's what it is. It's the guy from Billy Madison, the weasel guy with his laugh. That's what I kept thinking of.
Yeah. So I think for the most part, I think what makes this movie, what I liked about this movie is what Sam Raimi brought to it. It's gory, surprisingly gory, actually. Like a movie like this did not need to be as gory as it was. Unique, not kills, but unique ways to gorify, for lack of a better term, to make the movie a surprisingly R-rated experience. Yeah. And I thought I'm more high on the characters themselves and the actors portraying them than I think Justin will be, even though I do understand his point on the bad writing. I think this movie could have been better if Raimi wrote it. No. My main problem with this movie, and we know that this movie is about poor versus rich, right? And that dynamic, right, is completely upended when they are dropped on a desert island and all of a sudden the rich don't know what to do despite them being the leaders of the free world, and the poor kind of have to take over and lead the charge for survival and then completely use that to their advantage to kind of take take revenge on the rich people. Do you think I just described the movie pretty well?
Yeah, for the most part.
Well, that's amazing because I actually just described the movie Triangle of Sadness that came out 4 years ago.
Oh.
The movie is basically I was looking at reviews when I came home and someone said this book is this movie is like an airplane book version of Triangle of Sadness, where that movie, instead of focusing a lot on the desert island part, the desert island is like the third act of the movie, where, you know, you meet these rich people, they go on a vacation on like a boat, the boat capsizes, and all of a sudden the rich are stuck on the island with the help on the boat, and the help kind of become the caregivers on the island. It's kind of like a reversal of roles. And frankly, like, the whole time I'm like, they know this movie exists, right? It came out 4 years ago. Like, it seems like they just took some of the best moments of that movie, horrified them, and got Sam Raimi as the director, and just copied it off as original work. Like the movie, even from the trailer, I kind of got this vibe. But like, once I see how the movie ends here, the movie just feels like outright plagiarism in a lot of ways. So my problem with the movie is not that the script produces bad characters. My problem is that the script is like wholly unoriginal.
Mm-hmm. Also, I want to go back. You said in between this. I never said that I really thought it was a great movie. It was a fine movie. I now knowing that, it's interesting to know how similar it is. I've never seen Triangle of Sadness, so I can't really compare or speak on it.
You should. It's great.
I just wanted to correct that and say, like, I am not saying it's a perfect movie. It is far down on the list of Sam Raimi movies for me, and it gives me hope for him to return to horror. But I'd much rather see him, like you say, write a script for a horror script and go back to it that way than taking somebody else's.
Yeah, sorry if I made an assumption. I was just saying, like you went first. You seemed like, at best, lukewarm on it, and then Justin comes in and is highly critical of the movie. You just naturally felt like I guess a little bit more positive. Yeah, I mean,
what real quick? What I want to say, bouncing off yours, I would say this movie, to me, actually feels more like a modern day Misery almost.
Yes.
Like her holding him back and keeping him hostage in a way, and not exactly because she's like in love with him, but more because she's in love with the idea of somebody needing her.
Yeah, she wants control. Yeah, like she has no control in her everyday life.
Right,
and this is her one chance to grasp control from someone who has pretty much been the sole responsible party for destroying her life, right? So, or this life that she envisioned for herself.
Real quick, the spoiler territory that I want to get into. So listen to this. You've got that scene where after she obviously, spoilers, kills his wife or his fiance, and she has that dream at night with like the lights off in the distance, and then you've got the very prevalent drowned witch from Army of Darkness character that shows up in the form of his wife. Tell me that this billionaire's house on the other side of the mansion does not have a copy of one of the Necronomicon Ex Mortises within that house, and that this is actually a crossover to Evil Dead.
I doubt it. I mean, there's...
I wouldn't want it to be.
No, I mean,
movie associated with something good.
I mean, there was more than enough Evil Dead references in there to make me happy. I don't think it needs to be some surprise. It's actually
I think that this movie could have done a couple things. Cut that Dylan O'Brien character. Replace him with Bruce Campbell. First up.
I mean that would have made sense for the story. Like imagine if you don't have Dylan O'Brien's character and instead Dylan O'Brien's father, I guess, would be Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Imagine if they just had it where Bruce Campbell passes up Rachel McAdams for the role or for the position, and you know, hilarity ensues. But I mean, I think you get. I think part of the Dylan O'Brien character's appeal is the fact that he's essentially a trust fund kid and that he's basically gone through life just having everything handed to him.
Yeah.
So the one time that he loses that sense of control, he basically loses it.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any like closing out opinions or anything else they want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't fully hate this movie. There were stuff I did like. I liked the plane scene. I thought that was shot really well. When they were sitting there talking about their past trauma with his mom and her husband, like I thought that was done really well. Like that right there was like I can see why he cast her and him in this role. Like they did it so well. Like if we got something similar to this where you could at least feel them slowly going crazy and not just immediately going crazy, I would have been okay with it. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, Justin, you're right. The script does have some highlights. Like I think McAdams can deliver a hell of a monologue, and
yeah.
I mean, I mean, for me, it comes down to simply this: like, if Triangle of Sadness didn't exist, I would have really liked this movie. But because that movie exists, it just feels so plagiarized. And the moments of this movie that I do like are kind of hindered by the fact that, okay, this kind of already happened. Like, you know, I have no clue. Maybe the script was sitting in development hell for years, and Triangle of Sadness came out first, and they're getting all the credit. But I can only go with the information that I have in front of me. So,
going off of their track record, the two writers, I wouldn't give them that much credit. I mean, their characters are not they're bland, and I feel like they would have just copied it.
Let's stop beating up the writers of Freddy vs. Jason. That was my very first horror movie that started all of
also,
this.
Baywatch and the Friday the 13th reboot. So, like, it's not just the
Friday. I liked the Friday the 13th reboot. I saw it release night.
I didn't say it was bad, but the characters are not good. That's none of their characters.
But it's got the guy from
Supernatural.
Yeah, Supernatural. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm looking for my sister. That's a boring character.
I mean, okay, so
best character in that movie.
Welcome to our review of the Friday the 13th remake.
Sleeping bag against tree.
Justin, once again, I 100% disagree with you, and for years I hated that movie. But when I watched it again recently, I'm like, yeah, this movie's like, it's fun, and the characters suck, but like that's exactly the person you want to see Jason Voorhees kill, right? There's that absolute douche fraternity guy in that movie, and when he gets his comeuppance, it's just that much sweeter because he's a terrible person, right? Yeah, I mean the help me find my sister angle is weak. Like the movie's not perfect, but like I think it's better than a lot of people gave it credit for when it first came out. It's definitely better than that Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Yeah, definitely.
We all agree on that one, I think.
Yeah. Like, I love what they did with Jason. I love how he's smarter, strategic, how he goes about killing people. Like, he's the best character in the whole movie. I could care less about anybody else. They could have just literally been, I just want to have sex. I just want to be that guy. Like, that they all could have just been a plank of wood. That would have been fine with the movie still.
Yeah, well, and that's like 90% of the franchise, right? I mean, like, what's your favorite movie in the Friday the 13th franchise?
Probably that one.
Really?
One.
Yeah.
New York.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Wait. Okay. I liked the reboot.
Oh.
That's probably maybe my favorite of it, just because of like I like how Jason isn't just he's got strategy to why he's killing them, and like how he knows where to go because he's got all this stuff planned out. Like I like that, and like there's better characters. in all the
Justin's
other
gonna get
movies,
removed
obviously.
from the chat soon.
Well, you ruined my point then, because when you were gonna say if you said any other Friday the 13th movie, I'm like, okay, name 3 characters in those movies, because my point is the characters outside of Jason Voorhees, and I guess with the exception of the first one, Pamela Voorhees, and whatever the name of the serial killer was in part 5. The point of those movies is to watch him kill people, and you're not supposed to care about the characters.
Tyler.
And I think when I understood that, yeah.
Go ahead. Ask me
I think
3 characters from any Jason movie. Go ahead. Ask it. Like, pick a random Jason movie.
like their names in the movie.
Just I will tell you the characters in any of the movies.
Part 3.
Part 3, you've got the Virgin Girl, you've got the Black Sports Kid, and you've got Jason.
That's not what I said.
That's not
I said
names. That's
I
just
said
naming
their
who they are.
names.
But it's the same characters every movie.
Those are characters. Those are archetypes.
Yeah. Boxer guy from Jason Takes Manhattan, the psychic girl from the one, you could do that for any one of those movies.
Yeah. I mean, you're describing Cabin in the Woods, for all I know. Like,
Yeah.
But enough of it. This is not a Jason.
Yeah.
We can talk Jason another time. And I'll be 100% honest. I don't know what's going on with our video tonight. I'm going to apologize to everybody at home because Tyler and Justin have been very desynced with their words. So if anybody else is bothered by it out there, like I will be when I watch it, I apologize. But it is what it is. Something
seems
with,
like it's
Discord.
probably your internet connection.
It's probably Discord.
Okay, so when should people go see this movie?
But at this point, just catch it when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
I
2 hours.
I don't know. I'd say see it like dollar theater. See it on like a $5 Tuesday with a slightly large crowd, and you'll have a fun time. But yeah, I mean, it's not a rush out to see it on a premium format type screen or in a movie or anything.
No.
All right, so that should do it for Beyond the Film podcast. You should check out some of our other videos. They will be in the recommended section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Did you like Send Help? Do you think we're completely unfounded? Do you think Justin's wrong in saying that his favorite Friday the 13th movie is the remake?
Do you think
Let us
Tyler
know
should
down
have
in the
liked
comments.
Markiplier's Iron Lung better?
Five Nights at Freddy, a good series.
So is The Materialists. All right, anyways, goodbye, everybody.
Materialist sucks, and I get to say that because I stopped the
No,
recording.
it doesn't.